Hello. Come home to me, Mr. Fauqua. What's up, everyone? Interesting board today? Yeah, I mean, okay, so... oh, goodness. I feel like I haven't spoken all day, but... yeah, we keep getting this requested. This is something that I've been getting a lot of asks for on YouTube, is to take a look at some Yunzii stuff and some other odds and ends for keyboards, so we're going to take a look.
Hey,
Hello.
Daddy Toes.
What's up, Don? How you doing, man? Hi, Bourbon. What's up, dude? What's up, Cabu? What's up, Gokachino? What's up, Loston? Conan? Don? Clownfish? What's up, dude? I haven't sent out the forms yet. Honestly, I wanted to do it today. I have been slow-paced today, and I have no idea what's going on. You know when you just feel sluggish? That's kind of how I've been all day today, and I have absolutely no idea why. I just feel like sluggish, dude. So I'm trying to power through the rest of the day today. I'm just trying to see how far we can get before my body just completely goes, all right, that's enough. Me too, dude. I don't know if it's the weather because it's Thursday. I have no idea. Like, I just...
Burnsy
yeah, like
140 gifted a tier 1 sub to future_iStick.
Not really. It's been a pretty standard day in terms of, like, food. And even yesterday was a pretty standard day. I just think it's... I mean, maybe Trudeau's right. Maybe it's, like, the weather. I just feel like nothing's moving well today, you know? Bernie, thank you again, dude. I appreciate the tier 1 sub. We're continuing the subathon. I'm just going to let it run until we give away all the prizes. So, no what's it called? No pressure, everybody. Just
I
till it
couldn't
runs
get
out.
Alex on it, so I got
you,
Play
Seabass.
Sonnet 2. My wallet is hurting.
What the? Play Sonnet 2? Which one's that one? Also, Sebas, thank you so much. I appreciate your
Day
tier 1
3?
for 22 months.
OMG.
Don, thank you again for the 100 bits. OMG for real, dude. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty pumped. Might be your body telling you to slow down. I think it is a little bit of that. Like, today I feel just like, I want to just go sit in front of the computer after this and just, like, chill. Like, play video games or something. I've been pretty at it all day. I finished writing the Cycle 8 review for everybody, in case anyone is interested in that. So that has been all written and stuff. God, I wish my hair would stay put up today. The Cycle 8 review is all good and done today, so you guys can go take a look at the written thoughts. Some pretty decent, like, afterthoughts, if anyone wants to kind of read that. So we'll see. Do you know if you're going to get the Float 65? Yes, indeed, I will be getting the Float 65. Indeed, the Float 65 will come this way. Zany, thank you so much, dude.
You know how people meet someone and think they have known them forever? It has been 5 months only, but it feels I have known you for 5 years.
You mean me? Dude, thank you so much, dude. And thanks everyone for just even, like, being here today. I know it's a Thursday. Like I said, it feels like an off day, but thanks, guys. Those pics of the Cycle 8 look amazing, almost like renders. Yeah, I took my time with using the bounce lights today, so I had a lot of fun doing that. Hey Alex, literally just finished the building my new Space 65 Sennheiser FR4 Michelin caps. Great time to start stream. Hell yeah, dude. I'm happy you're here. I wish I could have my Sonnet at the NK meetup. Oh, are you going to the NK meetup, Oak? I can't remember if you are or not. It's an off day for me indeed. Dentist checkups are a good opportunity to use some PTO. That's very true, actually.
PS2 themed new Sonnet, black top, multicolored accent and internal weight, and polycarbonate bottom, with GMK dual shot and accents with MX blacks. It hasn't even been a month since I got my 65 LMFAO.
Are you going down the rabbit hole right now? First time watching your stream because of time zone. Always watch your YouTube. Thank you, really. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me company. I keep getting more sick, but it feels crappy. Wait, what happened? You more sick? Dude, are we just all off today? What's going on? Are we all off? Lysol, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that, dude.
Giggle.
Thank you. Giggle indeed. What's up, dude? But yeah, I hope everyone else has been having a pretty decent day. I was playing around with these new switches. I've been taking a look at them. I think Wuche sent me these. Honestly, I don't know. They came in a random box, and I think it's from... I'm going to give you guys full disclosure. I have no idea who sent me these. It came in a random box from a factory, and I couldn't search any tracking codes. I have literally no idea where these came from, but I've been playing around with them. Are these the X-ray switches? So wait, who sent me these, I wonder? Maybe it was KBD fans? Are these yours, Matthew? Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. Matthew, they sent me a random unmarked box. I had no idea who this was from. A random unmarked box, but I was playing around with them today. I'm like, these are pretty nice. No note? Well, they did mention they were sending me these. But again, because the box had nothing on it, I was like, and I actually didn't even know what the X-ray switches looked like. So I was just like, yeah, there's no like markings on the top, nothing like that. So they sound phenomenal. So a little review on these. They have a little bit of a scratch to them. I haven't even opened one up. I've been playing with them for like the last 20 minutes only.
Can I has?
A little bit of a scratch. I'm assuming it's from that ball bearing. They're quite deep though. They sound very nice. So I'm excited to actually get to play with these. I mean, they're loudish. Yeah, they're loud. Definitely.
Been a while. Faded out of the hobby for a couple months, but recently got back in. Glad to be back.
Ooh, good time to come back. Really good time, Alof. And also, Kiwi, thank you so much for 43 months of being here. Alof for 11 and Warm. Thank you for 4 months. So nice. Can you compare them to the JLab switches? I don't have the JLab switches. I have experimented with the ball bearing switches, though. I would not say you need to mod these at all. Oh, perfect. This is awesome. Thank you so much, Matthew. You probably don't need to mod these at all, like one bit. I really don't think so. Like, the factory lube on these are good. I have opened up ball bearing switches before, and even if you were to try to hand lube these, there's not really much you can do. And also, I don't know if I'd want to open these things up. Pretty nice. I'm considering, obviously, just trying them in the board today, but I also have a special board that we're going to put these in. Like I said, been playing with them for like the last half hour. I got them in this morning, half hour, and they sound nice. So, an all X-ray PCB. Wait, PC board. Oh, a PC board. Yeah, why not? So, what's the plate on the Ori? Do you like the Ori? I don't know where to put my... This is aluminum plate. The Ori is so nice, guys. Hey, Alex, I don't know if you would remember, but on your Cycle 7 build a while ago, what springs you used for the Nixies? I typically only ever use like 56 gram springs. So probably that. I'm going to copy that Ori build. Go for it. It's Milky Yellow's aluminum plate. Do it. What is people's preference for plate type for top mount, PP or PC? Either or is good for me, Sandal. Honestly, I'm good with either or. You'll be happy with coming up then. Mod Musings. I'm excited. What's coming up? Finding GMK Sloth is so hard. Yeah, they need another run of this set. This set is so nice, dude. This is literally a grail set for me. So, top mount, yeah. Usually I go plastic for top mount. But yeah, like I said, guys, we'll continue the subathon, and we're gonna kind of make it background noise. If we hit goals, we'll give away keyboards. There's no pressure. I'm just gonna keep running until we give everything away. I just want you guys to get things, so we'll keep that running. We are looking at something called the Yunzii AL66 today. Now, I've been requested a butt ton to look at this keyboard. And then I also had the opportunity of talking to Yunzii about this as well, just kind of getting their, stuff, input and things. So, what's up, Keeb Dweeb? Jonathan, thank you so much for the tier 1. And Lux, thank you so much for the tier 1 as well. Wait, Keeb Dweeb, why is your name special colored? Hold on, I want to see. Why is that? That looks so cool. So nice. Why? Are you using some sort of application that's making it super cool colors? Weird. Thank you, Lux, and thank you, Jonathan. So they sent me over this board, and I've been getting a lot of people for two things. People have been asking, say, hey, Alex, can you please look at some of the not more beginner-friendly boards or budget-oriented boards, but just boards that aren't the typical of what we normally look at. And then I was like, okay, so we talked to Yunzii. I asked for a bare bones unit, and they actually didn't have any bare bones when I asked for it, because the bare bones one is actually a better price. Obviously, it's $20 less. This is the unit I ended up settling on because a bunch of people were telling me to check out this one here. Now, This board, I've done some research. It's actually based off of another board. So this isn't like an original product to Yunzii. It's their spin on a OEM board, so to speak. I think what's going to be more interesting about this is the disassembly and then reassembly of the board and just seeing how it performs with like no foam, stuff like that. I have to admit, I've gotten a lot of good responses about what people think about their products from Yunzii. I think the only thing that I've kind of looked at now and had some time to play with that I'm not really a big fan of, software. Listen, I'm a big fan of VIA. All right, it's simple. It runs off the web. I don't need to install anything. It just works. So the software is not something that I probably would recommend to anyone if they're going to pick up something like this. It's kind of sucky, Lost, thank you so much for the tier 1.
Lost in typing gifted a tier 1 sub to Stravio_.
Yeah, now, it's the software experience, and this is kind of where I was really thinking today as well. Because I've mentioned software in a bunch of these pre-builds, and like when I talked about the Razer board, and this is, I think, part of the experience about buying some of these products is sometimes the software. But when you really dive deep into some of the thought processes here, how often are you using the software? And that was a bit tough for me because I wasn't too sure. So I was like, okay, well, I'm probably using it once or twice to set up the board, and then if I need to change things down the road. And how much of that is really important in the long term of the keyboard? And I think that's another question that I see a lot of reviewers talk a lot about, is just like the software experience. And I agree, it's important, But how important really is it? Like past the initial setup with these things, how important is it really? And I think that's a question that I'm still trying to figure out and go forward with. And it might actually shape my opinion going forward. It's just some of this like, okay, well, is it really that important in the long run? Is it really just more than set up and then set it and forget it type thing? So I don't know. But the board itself's interesting looking. It comes in I already opened it up because I need to inspect it to make sure it's all there. Because you know me, I ain't dealing with problems anymore. But what's up, Warden? How you doing, man? So the board itself actually comes with some pretty decent keycaps. This is how the fully done keyboard comes. I have to admit the colors aren't that bad. The keycaps are all right. They suffer from some of like the, I don't know, I feel like the control's not super centered and they're not bad looking. Yeah, it's not like a bad looking keyboard at all. It has some cool RGB, which you guys will see. It has a place for the wireless dongle that's magnetic. That just slots in, or I don't know if it's magnetic or just kind of pressure fits inside there. So it has some interesting features here. It has wireless. I'm still, gonna be honest, I'm still not positive about my want or need for wireless in a keyboard. And I think that's also something I'm not personally struggling with, but I personally don't need it. So it's hard for me to review something that I'm never gonna use. And then it has a Mac and Windows option, and it has your Bluetooth 2.4 and then just your wired connectivity dongle over here. The USB-C is not 100% centered there. It's kind of leaning more towards the top of the board, but forgivable. The price point is about $100.
Alexot cozy, Alexot lube.
Thank you, Juan. Thank you so much, dude. It does have some deeper holes to get to the screws. It has this stupid sticker over here, which I thought was ridiculous that they'd even stick this on the keyboard. Now, we can peel this off, obviously, and I don't know if this is supposed to be some sort of way to avoid
some people saying
or something.
This, but I'd rather buy this over the Zoom Fraud 65.
You'd actually pick this over the Zoom. Really, Don. I don't know why would they even do this for. Like, this is just ridiculous to me, in my opinion. I think this ruins the entire, experience of the board. But we'll take that off later. Warranty stickers are stupid. I hope that's not supposed to be something for warranty and just, yeah, I agree. It makes it look super cheap, and it's terrible to put that there. The ano on this, the silver coating on this, is pretty consistent and matches both top and bottom. It has this really big LED on the side. We are going to be tearing this thing down because it's just foamy right now. It's a standard wedge with this LED and then a seam that goes through the board. I kind of I don't mind how they tried to incorporate, you know, hiding the seam with this big LED on the side, which we can plug in and show you guys. It's not terrible. I don't mind the way they did it. You know, it looks good. The backlighting I'd like to turn off, so we're going to go in and do that too. I just have to install the software on this computer. But it does look good from the side. It is a cool side profile, I have to admit. It's like a thicker version of the GMK Pro, yes. But it's not bad. Not bad at all. It looks cool. There's ways to set it all and whatnot, so... Sips the water. Yeah, looks kind of nice. I might pick this up eventually. Yeah, for $100, not bad. The sound profile, as it is stock if you end up buying the non-bare bones kit, Bushido. And Megan, thank you so much for the tier 2. Thank you, guys. Let me get a desk pad for this as well.
Bok you want going happy 7 months Alexotos love.
Thank you. Sorry, I was using my desk pad to take pictures today. But this is your standard foamy sound profile, which is not a bad thing. It sounds like the stab isn't 100% tuned. It also could just be these are PBT keycaps. The one thing I will say though, all right, I was playing around with this before I started the stream. We are going to take this apart because, you know, I don't really love it. Even the knob, I think, it feels cheap. I don't know why, it just feels like a cheap knob. But the rest of the board's not bad. The front height, actually, before I get into the switches, that I actually meant to measure with you guys on stream. I think this is, believe it or not, it comes in about 20 and a half, 21. It's not perfect, but it is just bordering the line of that sweet spot of 20 being the tallest. I think my preference for front height is usually 18, but 18 to 21 is a decent front height. Anything higher than that just doesn't feel very comfortable, but overall not bad. Now the thing I will have to say here, the switches, they're calling them milk switches. The switches actually feel very, very good. And I will show you guys the switches here in a second. Whatever they did to the switches, like the pre-lube on them, they're not terrible switches. They did a pretty good job on these. Yeah, they are 3-pin. I believe the board, we have to take it apart. I don't know if the board's 5-pin compatible. I haven't actually opened it up. But they're not bad switches to come with it. We're going to open everything up right now, though. So that means we have to rip off this sticker. And then the keycaps are decently thick. I would say this is your standard PBT. Like very, very standard PBT. Decent thickness. The legends aren't terrible. I've seen better, though, for the legends. But overall, for what you get for the extra, like, what, $18? It's not bad. I would probably, if I had to pick up this board...
Hope all is well.
Dude, thank you so much for the double wells. I appreciate that, Ambo. Unless you're being like, you know, you really need to save the extra $18 and you don't really want to go with the extra keycap set and switches, then yeah, definitely not worth it. But I'm going to take off the keycaps now, actually. But you can see there's foam and stuff. Now, I've had a few people tell me this actually doesn't sound half bad with all the foam uninstalled. You can see there's plate-mounted stabs there, which we're probably going to just leave. There's, believe it or not, guys, if you can mod plate-mounted stabs, well, they're not terrible. I almost bought this keep like 5 times. Really, Laffy? It's pretty popular. A lot of people have been telling me to take a look at this. And I caved and I asked if I can take a unit to take a look at, so... They sent over the AL66. Would be a decent gift? Yeah, I think so. I have a question. I currently have the old Sonnet and prefer the sound of the CF plate, but it's too stiff typing-wise. If I get the new Sonnet with lattice mount, short answer to that is yes. You will get a slight bit of a deeper sound signature. Yes. I kind of like plate-mounted stabs. I mean, they do have nicer plate-mounted stabs. I was about to get plate-mounted stabs sound very good on GMK Pro, but I can never get PCBs.
I discovered last night that TX makes a plate-mounted version of their APREP 4 stabs.
They do make a decent little plate-mounted one, yes. NCF, love you, Alex. Love you too. Thank you guys for all being here, by the way. And Don, thank you so much for the 100 bits again, man. This is an Amazon board. I mean, they sell on Amazon. But, yeah, I'd consider this to be like your Amazon. Not to be rude in any way, but this is kind of like the Amazon special. You know, you get probably one of these as your... I think a lot of people start off with something like this in the hobby nowadays. You'll get something like this because it sounds, you know, deeper, thoughtier, whatever you want to call it.
Favorite camera lens?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. So, damn, that's a very interesting question, Born Angry. I think as of right now, my favorite lens, it's a tie-up between the 35mm Summicron, which I absolutely love. So I'll give you I'll give you top three. I really like that one there. I love the 28mm Summilux. And then the XCD90, which is more recent to my collection. I have to admit, I think out of all three of those, it's probably my absolute faves. But those are my three like top lenses that I would suggest. And if you want just another one thrown in there too, the 35mm 1.4 from Fuji. Got one on Prime Day for 69 euros. Not bad. Ordered some skincare products when I got delivered. Someone picked it up at 20 minutes. At a cheaper price. Oh, really? Wait, that sucks. Someone picked up your stuff. I just picked up a Sigma 16 1.4. It's been so nice. Oh, hell yeah. Did you guys get anything for Prime Day? I'm going to be honest. I picked up one thing, and then I promptly made the decision that I bought on impulse, and I canceled the order. I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't. So I changed my my view. I thought, I'm like, dude, I'm just kind of giving into the same thing I talked about the other day. So I promptly said, never mind. All right, sticker leaves a bit of residue. Again, Yunzii, why? Why put this on? If you guys are watching back this video, silly idea to put this sticker on there. I was tempted but managed to control myself. Honestly, I can't even really afford to do any of that stuff. So I was just like, why am I going to put myself through this right now?
The only thing I want for Prime Day would be you. Here's to 11 months.
NCF, thank you so much, dude. Where did I put my screwdriver bit? 11 months, me and you, NCF. I mean, it probably is, but it's still something that they should work on taking off. I'm wearing the orange shorts, by the way. I finally found them in my closet. All right. Yeah, Yunzii has like a really big lineup of keyboards. I was looking at all the stuff they have, and it's, I would say, fairly impressive, their lineup. I don't know how many of them are just like, you know, remodels of other boards and whatnot.
Those keycaps popped out easier than me during a regular Alexotos stream. Heck.
What the? These are indeed Phillips screws, by the way. So I wouldn't expect, you know, longevity out of some of these things if you do open it up and tinker a lot. I can already tell you that these are cheap screws. Very, very cheap. You can usually tell when the bit doesn't really sit nice and starts to skip a little bit. I think this board is clearly not intended for tinkering. It probably isn't, and it sounds good stock. And if I guess that's the maybe the question some people are wondering, like, does this sound good stock? Yeah, I mean, it sounds good stock, but I wonder what else you could do with it, because they do sell it as a bare bones kit, right? What did Adam do? We all saw that. Adam makes it seem like I can't just go back and watch the VOD, dude. That's what's really absolutely wild to me, bro. I'm being sus. I'm going to use the longer bit from these ones. I just need to figure out where I stuck it because I didn't know that this was a bit shallow. Like I can't use this bit here because it doesn't reach. I feel like it sounds pretty bad stock. What just happened? I was gone for 2 seconds. I don't think it sounds bad stock. It's just not the style that we're used to here. I really, truly do not think this sounds bad stock. I think it sounds good for the audience that it's probably after. And we have to be open-minded to that, right? Where the fuck is my... Did I not bring this with me here? Okay, well, let's just do this. No, it does not. And that's one of the negatives we pointed out as we started the stream. It does not support... it does not have it. So, unfortunately... Let's do this. Little trick. It does not support VIA. I built 2 of these AL66 from friends, been super happy with it. Yeah, see, a lot of this has been, like I said, guys, the #1 most requested I don't even think it's the nicest way to put this and even the correct way, because it still is a good keyboard. But it's not like, I'd say, the traditional custom keyboard that people are probably expecting. You know what I mean? Entry level is probably a good way to put it too, to some degree. To some degree, I guess. Lego Junkie, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude.
Lego Junkie gifted a tier 1 sub to Frosty1_.
Now, do they want us to... Well, let's just take this off first. Oh god, there is a lot of cables here, probably for batteries and stuff. Now, for the... I guess for this just pop off? Is there a screw somewhere I'm not seeing? Probably pops off. It does. Alright, so it's just like pressure fit knob, which is cool. So we have the top frame, which has the room for the gaskets. Oh, that's impressive. So, full disclosure, I actually have not opened this up. And I have not looked at other reviews on the internals. Impressive. It has, ignore this piece here, I don't know what the hell that's from. It has gasket sleeves. That's impressive. Wow. And then what is this at the bottom? Does this have like another layer of foam here? Let's get rid of this shit. Whatever this is. And let's get rid of this too. So there's the battery, which is just a battery. Impressive. Look, it even has another layer of gasketing here on the bottom. Let's grab our little... This feet though, circular feet work on some boards. I mean, yeah. And then these are just slide-in pieces. I don't know if this would cause some of that rattle too. This is kind of a stupid idea. I think they should put some tape on the end of this so it doesn't rattle around. But I don't think that matters once you actually put this on. So I think there's gonna be enough pressure that doesn't happen. Oops. And then we have a daughter board here. And then I guess this is for, yeah, it's just giving you a bunch of options here for the daughter board. Okay. Yeah, but this is neat here. Now I probably wouldn't have included this one, but we can definitely mod this. This is not the first time I've seen a board do something like this, where they've added side pieces that don't really secure very well. Alright, so I'm guessing this is like most pre-builts where I have to unscrew the entire PCB assembly. Well, so let's get that done. Lynx, thank you so much for the tier 1.
Kissing face, kissing face,
huh?
Kissing face, kissing face, kissing face.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I know. Do you guys want me to rant about meme cuts? Like, I feel like it's kind of pointless to rant about them. I feel like I've ranted enough to the point where everyone knows my feelings on them. If you're new here, this affects sound with no foam. So maybe we leave some foam in this keyboard, but I'm definitely taking off the PE sheet. So that's why we're going to be taking this apart here. There's no need to... I'm not going to rant any longer about it. It changes the sound signature of your keyboard, and for what it does, the trade-off's not worth it. Yada, yada, yada. We already know the spiel here about that kind of stuff. I'll leave you guys up to whether you like it or not, because I feel like it's a very personal decision. Extremely personal. And Lynx, thank you again, dude. Lego NCF, Born Angry, thanks so much for all the subs. Mr. Haven 60 rebuild, what are your final thoughts? Ooh, the Haven 60 actually turned out pretty good, but we need to file down the plate because there's some issues with the plate. The plate was touching part of the keyboard, giving it this weird resonance, which probably happened the first time we built it. And we just didn't know because it wasn't something to look for. Like it didn't really click. I miss the days where the cheap
pre-built boards you could buy off Amazon all had 1.6mm PCBs with no flex cuts, even with plate mount stabs.
I don't disagree, dude. Honestly, there are days I miss
Hey
that
from
too.
London.
Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing, Zed? Hello, hello. All right, let's remove the switches. Fortnite stream 1. Ooh, a Fortnite stream? It's a very flexy polycarbonate PCB. Depending on how I set up the setup in my next iteration of my stream room, we might get more keyboard or non-keyboard related streams. But we shall see, because I'm still going to be, you know, on a very tight space limitation and all that jazz, so... We're not going to use these switches. We'll probably swap them out for something a smidge different. I have some options we can use, but... The Fortnite stream is real? I mean, maybe not Fortnite, but maybe a different video game. I'm not married to the idea of, you know, not playing it. D4? Dude, D4 Season 5 might actually be a thing we stream. Honestly, it might be. HMX could liven this up a little bit too, and I'm kind of curious whether or not I should use some hyacinths, because I have some, and I have not. I think I have one of the newer batches of it now. Someone sent it over a little while ago, and I just haven't used it. Or I was thinking about using Matthew's switch. Clownfish, thank you. Thank you so much for the tier 1s, man. I appreciate it, dude. The V2Us? I think I have the V2Us, yes. You know, a little birdie in the back of my brain is telling me they're just plain old V2s. But if they are, would you guys still want to use them today? I also have some cherry switches, but I don't know if cherry switches are a good match for this particular board. They're a smidge tight in this plate. A smidge tight, and then also the plate is really flexy, so they're not really getting like a good... I'm not really getting a good grip on the switch here. I mean, overall though, despite some grievances I already have with the board, I like the fact that this particular board is giving us what I feel is like a pretty solid mounting option. Albeit, we're probably going to remove these two right over here just because this will liven up the spacebar a smidge too. But they got some pretty good, I'm not going to lie, this is a pretty good internal, pretty good base for this, you know? I did Clownfish. I have not yet sent out anyone's. I've been not even under the weather. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me today. I feel very sluggish today, and I've just been like, I think my brain has only been able to register the basics of what I had to do today, so I have been really slow responding to everything, and I'm so sorry, dude. But yes, I will respond to all my messages probably tomorrow morning. Dude, I don't know what it is today. I'm just so out of it. Contrast, thank you so much for 5 tier 1s, dude. We'll give away a keyboard here. We'll do a little giveaway. Let's set up a little giveaway for you guys. Give me a moment while I open this stuff up. I'm in the same boat, dude. I have no idea. Like, I'm just so... I think I really want to feel better today somehow, but I also just feel like maybe I just need to relax. Technically, I was relaxing a bit yesterday, but like I wasn't at the same time, you know? Like I was doing things. Oh, this is something completely... Where's my build sheet? Here it is. Yeah, I mean, I've had lots of... I have a full glass of water here too, so... We are giving away the Wuche Freya right now. So this is that new Freya, by the way. I'll let it run for 10 minutes. All right. Create and starts. And then the next giveaway we'll do is a mode loop at 800 subs. Thank you, Alex. I love you. Love you guys too. Getting rest is what they need. It ends up working for them. Just follow my own advice. Dude, it's hard to follow your own advice sometimes, you know? Especially when it comes to like resting and relaxing. It really is tough sometimes. Like you want to do that stuff for yourself, but then you also feel guilty, you know? I don't know if it was, maybe it was a little bit of burnout. Like not a bad burnout in a way, but just like, you know, when you're tired from socializing. So maybe my social battery finally hit an empty point. Although I feel fine today. Like I'm not socially drained, so I don't know what it is. Maybe it's some sort of drain that put on me. I'm not too sure. I might actually reuse these switches for something else in the future. These are really nice. A little bit of brain fog. Well, maybe it's a little bit of that hypersomnia. You know what I mean? Like it's an emotional drain? Maybe, maybe. Not in a bad way at all. An ambivert is what? Both extroverted and introverted? Maybe it's Maybelline? I think I'm also probably just truthfully a little stressed because like I have to do a new setup soon and then I know this is a bad way to think about it, but like it just means I have to take a few days off of streaming. And I feel like that's not what I want to do. Like, but I have to do it because I have to set up a new area to stream in. So maybe that's why I'm a little bit stressed out too, because that's coming up very, very soon. Did I watch The Acolyte? Nah, I don't think I'm gonna. Plips, thank you so much for the tier 1 for 6 months in advance, dude. Thank you, Plips. Really appreciate that, man. But are you excited about the new setup though? Yes and no, like I am. I'm not excited about spending more money, but I think the only money I'm gonna be spending, Plips, dude, thank you so much for 10 tier 1s, bro. Thank you, and thank you so much for the 100 bits, Dawn. It's probably on one of those uplift desks. That's like my goal of the new setup would just be to get the uplift desk. Or rising desk, whatever it is.
We love you, Alexotos.
Thank you guys, appreciate it. No, that's what I'm gonna watch tonight, GG. I'm definitely watching that tonight. If I was gonna play some games tonight, but honestly, I'm maybe just way too burnt out to play games right now. So, did I miss a screw? Do you guys see a screw that I missed? Or does this just kind of fit snug? Oh, I see what this is. Gotta unscrew the washer and nut here. I see what it is.
KeepDweeb_ gifted a tier 1
thank
sub
you,
to Martin
Dweeb.
the Polar Bear.
Thank you guys. So they got like a little plastic film, I guess. Gonna get rid of this. Scotty, thank you so much for a tier 1 and 6 months in advance as well. Thank you, dude. Oh, and they got another sheet of foam. Interesting. Okay, getting rid of this too. And then we have the standard foam, and it looks like they also put something else underneath the space bar here. Which, I feel like if I really wanted to, I can kind of fish this out from the top. So let's leave that there, and let's just put this back together. It does support 5-pin. LEDs on the bottom here. All right, PCB looking fine. There is some lube residual, I guess, that dripped from these stabs. They are pretty lubricated stabs. In fact, I would say that I probably don't need to lube these. Maybe a little bit of that dinging noise is happening from those side pieces. But we can just tune these without having to go in there and disassemble them as well. All right, impressive, impressive. I genuinely think this is actually pretty decent for what you're getting here. This board has more layers than one of my Photoshop files? God damn, dude. Convince me not to get the transition light? Man, for 50 bucks, it's really fucking hard. It's really tough. What's this? High quality desks. Oh, this is really nice, actually. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely going to be something I look into and invest in. I like this better than Uplift. Why? I want to know why. If this turns out great, I might copy your exact build for my Yunzii 71 coming up on Monday. So who here is familiar with like some of the Yunzii stuff here? Because again, this was like highly requested on YouTube. All right. But thanks guys for being here. I really appreciate it. What time are we at for our little giveaway here? Another 4 minutes. What this skibbity? This is not very Ohio. What the hell? What do you usually do about brain fog? I've had it for a bit of a while. Well, okay, so you can remedy brain fog in 2 different ways, in my opinion. One of those ways is going to require you, JQ. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, JQ, seriously, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1s. One of those ways to remedy brain fog is going to be getting sleep, first of all.
Dessen Shung gifted a tier 1 sub to F0NT.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Destin. The second way to remedy brain fog, obviously you want to get your proper vitamins in of all sorts, which means eating well, sun outside, all that stuff. You know, I want to say exercise being one of them, but like, listen, we should be doing that anyways. Even if that just means going for like a 30-minute walk a day, just getting your muscles moving. But what I find really helps is if you're feeling brain fog for the day, you usually just need to go back to bed for some fucking reason. Like, not even kidding you, usually that's the case. And I will say that 9 times out of 10, when I'm feeling hella brain fog, I'll just sleep again. Now, lately, I've been pretty bad with using my CPAP machine, I'm not going to lie. But I find when I do use my CPAP machine, and maybe this is just, you know, a little, not alert, but you may have sleep apnea as well. Sleep apnea can definitely cause that. I noticed when I first started really getting the CPAP machine to work well for me, it was like gone. Like overnight, you can tell the difference. But maybe that could be a reason why too, you know? That could be a reason why. Maybe you have a little bit of sleep apnea. All right, I think, you guys want to use the HMX switches? Or should we use Matthew and Cena's switch? X-ray switches or HMX? All right, let me go with the HMX. We can use these for a build coming up next week. I have an excellent build for that. Yeah, I'm pretty positive these are just V2s because it's what it says in the box. Alright, let's see, what time are we at? Let's close the giveaway now. So this is for the Wuche Freya, like the Ultimate Edition one. Closing the giveaway, and winner is Chainless Potato. Chainless, did you win already? I feel like someone named Potato already won. No, you didn't win already. Chainless, congratulations. Congrats. Congratulations, Chainless. The next giveaway will be at 800 subs, and that'll be for a mode loop. Mode loop will be the next one. Little HMX switches going into the Yunzii. Yeah, because you know what? If I were to buy this board in bare bones, for the bare bones price, this is not a bad little board. Bare bones at 86 bucks. And you get a nice little 65 with a whole bunch of features in it, like wireless and whatnot. And a little toggleable switch for a lot of this stuff that's actually built onto the back of the board, opposed, you know, to somewhere in the PCB where you got to take apart your keyboard to get to. I actually don't mind this at all. Do you guys want to see me do more of these type of boards, by the way? because these are always really heavily requested on YouTube. I know it's not always everyone's cup of tea, but if you guys want, I can not, obviously it's not going to be like one a week, but it might be like 1 or 2 a month. I get a lot of companies that do more budget options or budget-oriented projects that reach out, and I usually decline, but sometimes I'll just be like, all right, we can take a look because this one here people want. It wouldn't really be like necessarily do well on socials. It's more just what you guys want to see too. So the last time I used Hyacinths, I think they were V1s, and I'm not going to lie, I hated them. These do sound a lot better. These actually sound more in line with the cheese switches. These actually don't sound as thin as the very first time I used them. Also, Alex, what do you think about the Icky Aurora and Mizu? Oh, are they bringing that back? I mean, it's a cool one for sure. Yeah, I'd say if you're going to pick up a collab, that might be fun. You're missing the LED diffuser for the blocker. Oh, this thing? This thing just goes like this. All you have to do is like this. I can't really do much with it right now. It's gonna fall out if I do. Oops. Look at that. Now I tossed it somewhere. Are we talking about cheese caves again? Oh, no. We got it, Mosaic. Thank you, though, man. I appreciate you. I'm interested to know whether the popular budget boards are all there's cracked up to be. I mean, I think I've truly only done 2 ever. Which is, you know what? Actually, maybe I should do more of these type of things. Come to think about it. Please do some more budget people. People look up to you as newcomers and showing them the great budget options. Amazing. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I should do more of these type of boards. Obviously, I don't think this is going to be like a... just so everyone's aware. I do stuff that interests me. That's what I've kind of based what we build on. But I don't mind looking once in a blue moon at something that everyone says is really good. Like if some people all say like, hey Alex, we think you're going to appreciate this, or a company reaches out and goes, hey, you know what, we're really proud of this. I'm always happy to take a look at something. This one here was a little interesting to me just because, again, I have some friends that gave me some good feedback, and then this was really popular with a lot of viewers. So actually, these switches look really good on this, by the way. Got to admit. When I was starting out, I would have been much more aware of your stream and probably joined Team Odos much sooner. Really? Thank you, some guy. I appreciate you. Yeah, I probably should. I know it's great to grow social media and whatnot too. Who on the last board? Was it I was going to say Cutlass Potato. Chainless Potato did. It's also a neat exercise in how to mod a board. Well, this one here actually seems like a bit easier. And just so everyone's aware, I'm not going to screw back in these. These are kind of pointless to put back in because they can actually hurt the sound of the board a little bit more anyways. But this has lots of flex cuts. So I don't think I want to risk putting a board in here. Now, if there's one thing I probably should mention as well, this does not, I repeat, does not have PCB mounted stabs. You're going to have to use the plate mounted stabs. Not a terrible thing in the long run. I dropped one of these little silicone things. Not terrible, because again, I personally have no quarrels with plate mounted stabs. So with your position in the hobby and how you always preach it doesn't matter the cost of a board, everyone's welcome, it should be celebrated. I think you showing what you can do with a board like this more often would be amazing. I like that, Oak. I do like that. But yeah, we purposely remove these ones because my thought process when we do boards is the least amount of resistance I can get underneath the spacebar actually livens up the spacebar. What's the secret to my handsomeness? Oh, please, it ain't no secret. It's you guys. You guys make me happy and I smile, and anyone who smiles is beautiful. All right? Smiles for the right reasons anyways. Ruffles original? Chips sound delicious right now. Hello? Why is this pin so bent? Layout options. I'm not expecting layout options to be super diverse here, so we're getting absolutely nothing based off of what we can see here. However, that doesn't stop a lot of other board designers in the hobby from not including those things either. So not really a talking point, but just something to note. Heck, thank you so much for 14 tier 1s, man. God damn. 14 specifically. Thank you, dude. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, dude. Heck, if I can give you a big old hug right now, you know I would. Absolutely. Big W, dude. Big W for Heck. There used to be Ruffles Flaming Hot Barbecue that was Canada exclusive. Listen, I'm not trying to get into this conversation right now, but I'm going to be honest. It's very rare for me to eat flavored potato chips, only because I am not that into a lot of the flavored potato chips. And I've tried them. This isn't like I've never tried them. I'm just talking down on them. I've tried them. I feel like personally, okay? Personally, most flavored potato chips taste very artificial to me, and I don't like it. I just like salt, okay? That's it. Are you one of those Canadians that doesn't like ketchup Lay's? Nope. I don't even really like ketchup, so I think ketchup is gross. Do you like hickory sticks? Those have changed in flavor. I know what you're trying to do right now, Dev, but those have changed in flavor, I feel. It's like Pringles. Pringles are not the same like they used to be, dude. Pringles are not. Hickory sticks used to be amazing. Hate them now. Fucking Pringles. Oof. Pringles. I'm a little salty, excuse the pun, about Pringles. I missed a compliment for Adam. Adam, hold on. Let me cook, you know what I mean? Let me cook a compliment up. But I'm a little salty about Pringles. Because Pringles are just not the same. They've changed way too much over the years. They don't taste the same at all. But you know what's never going to change? My feelings towards Adam. Notice how I didn't say good or bad, Adam. Adam, we love you, dude. You make us laugh. Keep on doing you, Adam. Keep on doing you, dude. It's that the most I get? Neutrality? Yeah. What do you mean? I just said we love you. Keep being you. This guy jumps to conclusions, bro. That's crazy. Make us laugh or we laugh at it. They do be pumping out so many new flavors of Pringles. They all just taste like shit anyways. I do think I maybe want to add a smidge of lube to this. So maybe let's add a smidge of lube. Pringles used to cook in olestra, which causes diarrhea. But I think that was, you know, not to say that was before my time and sound smug that way, but I do feel like that was a bit before, why isn't this picking up? A little smidge before my time, I think. Wasn't that in the 80s or 70s or something? And you can still mod these type of things without having to disassemble them, guys. If you're lazy like I am, you can just do this. Alternatively, they're plate mounted, so you can just literally take them off like this, which is a big positive about these type of things. So, early 90s? It's cool because I'm old. Was it early 90s? I remember Olestra though. Like I know the controversy surrounding Olestra. It was supposed to be what a low calorie fat alternative, right? Or oil alternative or something like that. That didn't end up working out too well for them. You can actually see a lot of the lube. So I didn't do the space bar ones. It's kind of pooled towards the front. And that might just be due to shipping. I do feel like a lot of the times that's what happens with boards. Stabs are hard to ship. Will you be inspecting a new place for hippos? Oh, that is funny, dude. House hippos? That's a very Canadian joke. It's like that's a 90s commercial joke. I don't even remember what the hell that was for. What was House Hippos for again? That was it Tellus. Are you sure it was Tellus? Yeah, Chuda, was it not a Canadian advertisement? Pretty positive it was a Canadian ad. It's a Canadian commercial? Yeah. But I remember them vividly? Yeah, I don't even fucking remember what they were trying to sell us on. Wasn't it just like, don't believe everything on TV? Was it? It was from the government? Something like, don't believe everything you see? Fuck. Damn. Back when the government used to be more responsible about those things. That's crazy. Now you don't get any of that stuff. It's just fucking do whatever. Critical thinking. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Nah, you're right. You're right. I remember. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. For some reason, I thought it was like a peanut butter commercial or something. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Alex fell for the ad. Yeah, all these years, I've been looking for house hippos. All these years, dude. You know, I wonder, although I think you do need the silicone. I was gonna say, I wonder what their ideology was putting these little gasket strips on the bottom. Huh. I don't love these just kind of floating around, and I kind of want to just get some like tape and just tape the edges so these don't move around. I feel like this is a bit of an oversight to leave that dangling, but let's put this all back together here and see where we go from here. Actually, even this, a lot of the stuff in this kind of just moves around. Like the tolerances on a lot of this stuff just aren't great. I wonder if I can screw this down a bit more. I can indeed screw this down a bit more. So it either got loosened in transit or something. My audio is so clear now. Dude, I love when that happens. When you're just like, oh, I've unlocked the potential of my hardware finally. Love that for you, dude.
God damn, dude.
Jay Schmuck, thank you so much for 15 tier 1s. Thank you, thank you. Are we giving something away? Did we hit the goal? We hit the goal. What mic? What mic am I using? I am using a... Okay, I also don't love the length of these cables, but I understand why they did it. Not super beginner friendly, I'd say, but again, I understand why. I get it. All right. So nice. Dane, thank you so much for tier 1, dude.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Josie and Yunzii.
All right, mode loop giveaway time, guys. Let me set up the mode loop for you guys. Thank you again, JQ. Thank you again, everybody. J Schmuck, Hectzilla, Destin, everybody, guys. All right, mode loop. We'll do 10 minutes. These are Hyacinth V2s. Very, very interesting. So these gaskets just gonna sit here. I don't have faith in this, but let me see something. If I... This is also a little bit silly. I would have probably just made some sort of like insert for the top here, but... Okay, I guess it's not terrible. Okay, let's just put this together and see what happens. And if we find this is rattling around, I will go back in and adjust as needed. Although I do have to put this back on. I miss the pandemic times where everything was unavailable and overpriced. It was an exciting time. Buying everything gave you a big rush. I get it, dude. I get it. All right, let's screw everything down. Let's grab this again. I see you spamming tickets. Guys, there's only one ticket allowed per person. That's it. If you spam them, nothing will happen. Also, thank you everyone over the last few days who's been buying merch and whatnot too. If I haven't thanked you guys enough for that too, truly, thank you guys. Can I get a Wawa? What's a Wawa? Be nice if there's something that you showed oh, I know, but you know that would be a lot of stuff in the chat. Pumped to get the stone shirt. I was wearing it all day, and then I got a little dirty during dinner, so I took it off. My bad. Silver drag, dude. Silver.
Hi, Alex. You, dude. Take care of yourself.
I'm trying, but thank you so much for saying that, man. I'm trying my best. Thank you, thank you. Hydrate. Got you guys in one moment. 1 second. And we'll put some GMK caps on this too, because I feel like, you know, if there's one piece of advice I can give anyone who's new to the hobby and has been kind of going after some of the sound profiles they see on YouTube and stuff like that, one world of difference you can really do is buying GMK keycaps. Just a good solid set of ABS keycaps should do the world of wonder for sound profiles sometimes. You would be very, very surprised. I can attest and fully agree. Yeah. I feel like that's one thing people kind of skip over telling people about is just how good some of those things are. There's a little bit of
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Carolina Gamer 99.
Thank you, anonymous gifter. I appreciate you. Yeah, at least for brighter profiles. I think in general, though, and this is presumptuous to people I've interacted with, I have shown a lot of people boards. Also, this looks really cool right now. Everyone I've showed boards who ends up trying the GMK keycaps and compares to the PBT, 9 times out of 10 in person will actually pick the GMK set. So it's not so much that they're, you know, I totally get its personality and personal preference and tons of things that you could want over, you know, just the fact that it's ABS, but I do feel like most people prefer the GMK sound profile. All right, what are we at now? 5 minutes almost? Another 5. Now, it's a silver board. What keycaps should we use? Outside of the GMK ones feel better. I can tell when I'm typing on them. Oh, really? Like in a bad way or a good way? You guys want to use Mizu on this today? You guys want to like go with an oldie? A set that we have not used in a long time? Maybe Mizu? Serica I have on a board, and I'm going to be honest, it's kind of somewhere I don't know where I stuck it. So I think maybe Mizu would look really cool. Sounds a little sharp. Maybe the HMX switch isn't the best, but let's put all the caps on and then we can make our judgment call here. You know, actually, hold on. Let me cook. Let's see. Maybe we will have to do a little something to this spacebar to get this to sound a smidge brighter / different here, but let's see what we got here. Sometimes it does sound thin, like sometimes a lot of boards, like, it's weird, dude. You kind of have to put keycaps on, and then the sound profile kind of shows up. Cook some ribs and rub some smoke on it. Oh, dude, this sounds delish. Did you make ribs tonight, Ardang? Now again, this board obviously can sound decent with foam and everything inside of it, but let's see what we can do here. For $100, well, actually, technically, what, 88 for the bare bones? I still think this is pretty decent value here you're getting. The stream blacked out for you? Try refreshing the page. Sometimes it's just Twitch, like the encoder or something. GMK is more clear. PBT is kind of muddied. Yeah, I feel like that's my consensus on it as well. I do feel like PBT is a slight bit more glassy, sometimes muddy. Oh, you're right. It's one to the left. We might actually have to go in and put something on the bottom of this to give it a bit of oomph, because this doesn't have like a weight to help break up some of the sound profiles. So we might just get that aluminum sound, which is going to be a bit higher pitch, right? So when you're modding a keyboard, you kind of have to understand what you're working with. So a lot of the times what you're going to be working with the cheaper stuff is lack of some sort of density on the bottom to break up the sound profile. Oh, this goes one to the left too. I am very, I am very wrong in my keycaps today. You just tripled the price of the board. Well, I feel like, again, stock formation, this board sounded great. Like, well, not good. It sounded good. I wouldn't say it was my cup of tea. Obviously, it's someone's cup of tea. But if we can get this to sound like a board that I normally, you know what? That doesn't sound too bad now that we're putting keycaps on it. Then for 80 bucks, this could be a 85 or whatever it comes out to. Whatever shipping is too. This could be a cool little pickup for a bunch of people. If your goal is to create the worst sounding keyboard with a normal board, what setup would you pick? Oh, if my goal was to create the worst sounding keyboard with a normal keyboard, what do you mean by normal, boomer? If I was to do the worst sounding keyboard, you guys are right. I put the N in the wrong spot too. Yeah, but I like clicky switches, so I would probably get a board and I would get any sort of silicone sheet that comes with any board. Whatever board comes with a silicone sheet, and just use silicone everywhere you can in the board. In between the PCB and plate, anywhere you can, use silicone and boom. Instant worst board. Like, that would be the absolute... I mean, it'd be like the KBD Fans Marco, but like on steroids, basically. Instant worst sounding board if you just use silicone and everything. Silicone has to be... Dude, I have said this for a long time now. Silicone is probably one of the worst things you could do for modding. Like, it gives no life to the keyboard at all. Elquan, thank you. What's up, dude? Thank you, Elquan. Yeah, it robs you of, it like devoids the keyboard of anything fun. Hello, Mr. Odos. What's up, Elquan? Silicone versus sorbethane? Oh, they're both terrible. They're both awful ways to mod a keyboard. IMO. Thank you, Empty. I appreciate you. Oh, let's stop the other giveaway, guys. Actually, we just hit 10 minutes anyways. Let's see. Mode loop is going to be going to Saints Kojo. Congratulations. Saints Kojo. Are you there? Saints Kojo. Congratulations. Anyone who's winning, by the way, I would appreciate you guys messaging me on Twitch. I will reach out to you anyways, even if you guys don't. I will send you a form this weekend. You guys will fill out, and then I will get boards out not probably. Starting Monday, I will get out as many boards as humanly possible. Saints Kojo. Did Saints say anything? I can't see. Saints. Is Saints there? Oh, there it is. Yeah, Saints is right there. Perfect. The next giveaway is gonna be the A-Lean at 850. This one's a really nice one. It's a beautiful looking TKL. Absolutely a stunner. There's the K. And I'm also missing plus and the M. There's M. There's plus. Oh, that's the wrong size for this, but super here. Fuck it. And then what, we need like a function or something? Saints, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1s, man. Congratulations on the win too, dude. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, I have my head down looking for something right now. I apologize for not reading chat. Oh, I'm just gonna put a super here. Screw it. It was an elderberry one, yeah. What a king paying it forward. Truly, truly a king. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I told you, when you put the keycaps on, it changes the sound signature. It has a smidge of emptiness to it. Just a smidge. Like the, not emptiness, but like aluminum sound. Hold on, actually, I don't... Yeah, here, I'll plug it in so you guys can see the lighting as well. So, okay, it has a bit of a metal sound, but I really think that this particular model of keyboard, because of the way they did the mounting, and even the silicone little gaskets, which I think it's such a smart move on their part to allow people to kind of change the way their silicone gaskets are, so... Thank you, Throwing Bricks. I appreciate the 5 tier 1s. Thank you, thank you. Try removing the side gaskets and the poopy inserts next to the spacebar switch. Yeah, I'm going to open it up one more time here to do a few last changes. Genuinely impressive, though. Now, again, it does have some pitfalls. It's a smidge higher on the front height. 21 mil, we'll call it. We'll round up from 20 and a half. A little higher there. I do appreciate all the little toggles here on the bottom still. It has that stupid sticker, which, I mean, it's not the biggest pain in the ass. Software is not the best either, so keep that in mind too, but... Logan, I have nothing to tell you about that board right now. That's more of a mic question. I have just as much info as you do, dude. I hate saying that because I wish I had more info to give you guys, but... I've been watching you since I was in the Philippines. I'm in Toronto now. Great to see you. When'd you move? Or wait, are you just here on vacation, or... Hope you're liking it as well. And hydrate. Got you, dude. The cable is from Ordinary Labs. All right, let's do a few last change-ups here. Mode Sonnet with polycarbonate bottom, no weight. Yes, I have tried it, and it's actually pretty good, but... I think it's better by just at least putting the aluminum bottom in it, like the aluminum weight into the bottom. It gives it some extra bit of sound that wasn't quite there before in a good positive way. You know what else always is good in a positive way? Double positive there. Jishi, we appreciate you. We hope you're having a great day today, and Jishi, we love you. All right. Forever and always, dude. Thank you for being here, man. Thanks for making all of our days brighter just by showing up, bro. Ball spin? Give me 1 second, guys. 1 sec. All right. This is also, I think, where'd it go now? This is stupid here, this little thing here. This might also cause some, like, unnecessary vibration. that actually sounds pretty damn good, guys. Like, that's impressive. I don't know if I want to take off these side ones now. Ain't it half bad as I expected? Yeah, you know what? It's not that I had lower expectations. This might rattle now, though. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think we can take off the side gaskets without these rattling. Which, again, I urge Yunzii to go back and at least figure out something in the... or I think this is technically their play on this model of board. Because this board does exist outside of Yunzii. But I would suggest having some way to, you know, get rid of that rattle with that piece. You know, I think removing this plastic bit, like the diffuser here, really took away some of that metallic-y weird sound profile. Let's screw this back together just from removing this one little plastic piece. Let me see something quick. If you're Canadian, Desk Hero also has WS Mizu. I'm smoking on Metaverse? Huh? Grab a drill and top mount that baby? Huh? What's going on? All right. We'll do a sum up of what we think about this board towards the end of stream too. I was a little worried we weren't going to be able to do Sunday stream, by the way, because I thought the board was going to be late. But we are indeed doing Sunday stream. I won't be streaming tomorrow. Like I told you guys, I'm going to be doing a day of finally getting the soldering guide tutorial, at least part one of it, out. So that is my task tomorrow, and I've booked all day tomorrow to do that. Oops. Sorry, guys. So tomorrow I will not be streaming because I really want to get that done. And then Saturday, I'm just going to take the day off Saturday. And then Sunday, we are going to be doing a nice stream. Maybe even 2, depending on something. But I'm actually quite excited for Sunday's build. It's called the Solid Alex. Nothing to do with me. It's just called the Solid Alex. Okay, is it me, or did removing that plastic piece do something to this? Oh man, did it do something? I can't even. Low-key sounds worse? Sounds thinner? Really? I think it sounds the same. Yeah, I think maybe it lowered the metallic-y sound. Maybe we put this back in. Super unique spacebar. I don't know how I feel about it. Let's see one thing too. Put some foam on the bottom. That's my next thing, but I'm also going to just change 2 switches here because I want to see something, as well as the spacebar. Yeah, I might put this back in. I think the additional metallic-y sound signature added something to it, which, you know, definitely never a bad thing to have a bit of a sparkle to your keyboard. Wow, that sounds very different with these switches. This sounds noticeably deeper. I might use polyfill, actually. I don't think I'm going to put a piece of foam down there. I think I might use... think I prefer the HMX for this just because this board is using a thinner PCB. It's not really benefiting from the deeper switch. I think it's going to benefit more from the louder switch. Just because, again, we're not using the standard PCB here. It's a little thinner, I think, as well as has tons of flex cuts. All right, so let's take this apart one more time, and we're going to put polyfill as well as put back the little piece of plastic. For a second there, I actually thought it sounded a little better until we put the top frame on, and then I was a little concerned. Just a smidge concerned, you know? Alrighty. Pocket Nixie. We'll do that towards the end. Pinky swear it. Alrighty. Let's unscrew this one more time. Did you like the transition light best with no foams? I believe I did it with no foams, and I preferred it with no foams, if I remember correctly, Silent. I haven't well, I mean, it might be on the VOD channel. But the VOD channel is kind of slow to, we're kind of slow to add there because Twitch and YouTube have like weird rules about that stuff, so. I don't think there's a giveaway happening right now, guys. Making me double check too. Really? Can't find it on Twitch? Are you sure? I feel like we did it recently. Or recently enough. Oh, didn't unscrew it all the way. All my Keep Spacebars bottom out sounds so mush, even without Holy Mod. What kind of mod? Clean and monolithic. What a nice way to put that. If you want the cleanest sounding spacebar, IMO, what you're going to have to do is make sure there's no mounting points underneath that are, you know, impacting the bottom. In fact, even on this keyboard, I think technically what we should do is trim this off, this plastic bit. Although, it is fine just because these are a little higher, you know, and because they have the silicone points, so this shouldn't matter too much. But you want to keep this away from being mounted, typically. As well as making sure you're using a solid switch. Some keyboards, you know, it's not something you can always control, but some keyboards don't sound as good with certain switches. It's just a thing with particular items and particular keyboards. So that really varies. Let me get some polyfill, one sec, guys. But it doesn't always have to be, I mean, I would say even it matters less on how well you lube it. Polyfill is going to be a little bit lighter in terms of sound signature when we put this in here. Like, it won't heavily impact the sound, but it should help fill up some of the gaps with that fullness issue maybe we're having. You don't really need a lot of it either. Interesting board. Forbidden cotton candy. Yeah, on my Moto Envoy, there's no mounting positions, as you know. However, it sounds mushy. What switch are you using? You know, another thing too is you could have over-lubed it. And I always hate saying that because I don't want to assume anyone made that mistake and panic people. But it could have been over-lubed. Forbidden cotton candy is kind of Obscurus, your edition. Did you go in and add more lube? Obscures are a pretty, I mean, every Obscure is a pretty loud spacebar. Nope, stock. How about the stabilizers? Did you happen to put too much lube on the stabs? And then what plate are you using as well? Who won the mode loop? Who won the mode loop again? was mid-drive. I'm pretty positive it was Saints. Yeah, Saints Kojo won it. Definitely not Adam. Funny, I have an Envoy with collapse switches with an alu plate and I love it. Yeah, it could just be an overloop stab. But I appreciate you liking it disguised. Stabies V2.1. Prolo, I don't mean to, again, panic you at all. I have not used Stabies with the Envoy. I'm actually not a big fan of Stabies, personally. Like, I don't mind them, but not quite a big fan of them. But it could also just be exactly what TY said. You could have maybe accidentally overlooped it by just a smidge. Ooh. The backspace, I think the top row is kind of lacking a little bit, but... Ooh, nice enter key here. Side's a little bit lacking too, but that could be attributed to not having a weight. Ooh, this bottom row is something. Yeah, it's a pretty soft build when you have nothing inside of it too, which is lovely. Again, top row, a little mechanically, but metallic-y. All right. Let's put this back on too. Yeah, I mean, don't forget, guys, there's no weight in the bottom of this, right? I mean, it sounds solid right now, which is good. You want that, but it reflects sounds a little bit different compared to how it would sound with a, what's it called? A weight. Usually a weight will kind of help eliminate some of that, but I mean, like, not bad at all. Probably Stabies, they can kill the sound if there's any kind of off-centering. Yes, very much so. Looks like a GMK Pro if it was 65. Yeah, a little bit. It has that kind of aesthetic. Again, I appreciate all the stuff here, even the USB little, oh gosh, connector thing being kind of hidden away here in the back. Appreciate all this. Front height, a little too high for my liking. It's 21. I can sort of feel like, yeah, I can probably get used to this fairly easy because it's in that sweet spot still of like just being on the tippity top of what I normally like. Pretty simplistic. It has LEDs on the side. The software is where this thing really lacks. But again, as I mentioned at the beginning of stream, it really comes down to how much do you care about your software. And I think for me, my personal answer is the more I think about it, the more I could care less. I'm only using it probably once to set and forget my normal keybinds, but I think anyone who likes binding different things to their keyboard might be a little off-put by their software. The knob looks really cheap to me. I really have to admit, I could have done without this entire knob on the keyboard. The anodization is okay, like it's consistent. Not the best ano I've seen. This doesn't feel bad to me, but it's weird. I don't know how to describe it. The ano feels a bit cheap. And I mean, that's to be expected. This board's about, bare bones, it's about $85. But it has like quite these large sparkles to it. And I don't know if that's intentional. Maybe that's just the way that they kind of designed the ano, or not designed the ano, or picked the ano color here, Oh, it's not focusing. It's very sparkly, It's very like shimmery, and it's not quite as clean cut as some of the other anos I've seen on boards. So it is what it is there. Might not be everyone's cup of tea. That sticker on the back was stupid. It's a bit of a plain build here, but overall, I'd say this would be a lot of people's, $85 bare bones. PCB wise, I would love to see them use just a regular schmegular, no, frills PCB instead of having one with all these flex cuts. They did a great job with the internal mounting system, though. I actually like their implementation here. I would have not really expected a board like this to have gasket socks. And here's the gasket socks. As well as they have that extra padding underneath the gasket socks. So, not bad at all. Little diffusers here. This little piece of plastic, oddly enough, kind of gave some of the keyboards some life. But really past that, other than changing those things, which I think are pretty major things. I mean, even in its current configuration, though, it sounds great. If you didn't tell me there was foam in here, I would have never guessed. Like, I would have never guessed there was foam. But for $85, not bad. If you just want something like kind of off the shelf, no wait time. How much is the Neo 65? That's a great question. I don't know off the top of my head. And don't forget, the PCB, you cannot use PCB mounted stabs. You have to use plate mounted. So maybe that's a limitation for some people as well. I personally have no hard feelings towards plate mounted stabs though. So I bet you if you send a blind test to some enthusiasts, they believe this was a custom. Maybe. No wait time. I got you, dude. Is the Neo 65 you asked? Neo 65 is, that's Canadian. Is it here? The Neo 65 is about $80. So you could potentially get an $80 Neo 65. Actually, is it more if I pick the... Sorry, if you want the hot swap version with an aluminum plate. Let me redo this. If you're soldering, it's cheaper. But if you want the hot swap option with the batteries, like the wireless mode here, and you just pick up an aluminum plate, or let's just pick PC plate, it's $109. So this comes in at about $25 cheaper. And there's no wait time, and probably you're going to save a shit ton on delivery here as well, because a lot of people will probably just pick this up on Amazon. So nice.
Can you hot swap me real quick?
Huh? I lost my train of thought. I would, if I had to pick one right now, I don't know. I think just based off of aesthetics, if I'm being real, guys, I would probably personally pick up the solderable version of the Neo 65. If I had to base off, like if I had $150 total right now, and you said pick one keyboard, I would pick the Neo 65, the solderable version. But if I had to pick the hot swap version, I might actually go for this one here. Only because, I mean, $25 is 25, like, it's still a lot of money when you really think about it at the end of the day. It could just be looks too. Maybe some people want the thicker bezels. Maybe this speaks to someone, because I know this is a look. Having thicker bezels that are a bit more uniform is a look. Maybe you want the side RGB, which the other board doesn't have, right? But the Neo does have, it's not really a huge weight at all, but it does have some sort of extra piece in the bottom to give it more character. I think the coating, the finish on the Neo 65 is a little nicer. I don't think that's truly its competitor here, but you also have to factor in the cost of shipping. Because let me see, if I add a Neo 65 to my cart right now, one sec, guys. I'm kind of curious to see what shipping would be. Is it about $30? Is my address going to autofill? Okay. Yeah, so this would actually be about 142 US dollars. Well, 143. And for me here in Canada, that's before any sort of duties as well. So 143 versus the Amazon price, which would be the 85 US with no shipping cost for me. So yeah, it is actually going to be a significant difference in price. You have to factor those things in. I know sometimes we don't look at those things and we just, have that assumption that people look at those things. But in this case here, this creates a pretty significant gap. It's about $60 difference.
Oh snap. You looking fresher than this Mizu on silver. Good to
Thanks,
see
dude.
you, bud.
I appreciate that, Snick Rap. I hope you're having a great day, dude. I've not used the Lucky at all. I would rather wait. I can have fast food right now, but I would rather wait for a nice meal. 100%. And I want to reiterate that you guys should really consider what's going to be more your style, right? For me, like I said, if I had to pick one right now, even if it means a few more dollars for the solderable version, I would probably still get the Neo 65, personally. Only because I like soldering, which does not get offered in this. I like the finish options better than Neo and the aesthetic. But again, my opinion on aesthetic and do I like soldering, I know a ton of people don't even want to solder. So maybe this is the better option for you. Plus, if you need to save a few dollars on something like this too, right? Actually, it's not even a few dollars. It would end up being about 60 bucks. So this does give you some pretty significant savings here too. For the bare bones version. If you wanted to get the full keyboard done for you with all the foam and even the switches that it came with, it was $20 extra. Wait, shipping isn't included? Oh yeah. If you buy the solderable version, is there a guide you would recommend? Maybe one you could plug? I'm writing a guide for soldering right now. I don't have a great guide for soldering that I've seen. Maybe Simon's. I don't know if Simon's is a bit long-winded though. But the solderable version of the Neo doesn't come with a plate. That's a plateless version. Plateless is a little bit trickier to do in my opinion, to do it right. But it's still a fun project you can do. How is the software side? Abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. We're not even going to cap about that. It's abysmal on Yunzii's side. It's terrible software. I think the software was his weakest point. Abysmal. I think you should just ignore the software, and not consider that a selling point of this keyboard. Set it and forget it, and then just uninstall the software after that type deal. But it wasn't fun to use. It was just kind of meh. I tried it on my my Windows computer, so VIA is still the best option in my opinion. Also, Space Cables, thank you so much for the tier 3, bro. I think I owe someone a ball spin too still, so let me do that real quick. Oop, my springs are falling out here. And a pen pop. Plateless Neo is my first solder board. It wasn't that bad, to be honest. It's not that bad, but some people might use HMX switches, for example, which are very difficult to solder with a plateless build. So, are those springs going to end up in your new setup? No, I'm going to toss them. When are you in space on a podcast again? I need to talk to Mr. Reagan. Maybe he can tune in on Sunday or maybe next week, and we can all hang out. Maybe we can somehow hit up Chase again, Reagan. Bandit. Bandit, let me tell you right now, dude. I appreciate you being here. Bandit, just like the weekend, all right? Not the musician, but the actual weekend, like after Friday. You're something I look forward to every single week, all right? Appreciate you. Love you, dude, and I hope you're having a great day. I had to make that clear that it wasn't the actual musician. Put HMX switches into my plateless Neo Ergo is a pain. Plateless HMX is just not a good combo. It's just really not, dude. It's a terrible combo. They're so hard to solder in plateless. HMX really needs to make those switches a little bit thicker on the side. Thanks, Pookie. Love you. Thanks, dude. But yeah, that's pretty much all today. Actually, this went on way longer than I thought for this particular board. I thought this would be like an hour-long stream. But like this week here, I know we had our subathon. We've given out a lot of keyboards. I'm still going to let it run so we can give away the rest over the weekend. But I'm going to be taking, like I said, the next 2 days off from streaming, and then we're going right back to it. Just because I really, really want to get that solder guide done. Really want to take a whole bunch of photos tomorrow. Whole bunch of stuff to look forward to off stream. Still making content though, so I don't know if we're gonna do Sunday photos today. I'm so beat today. Thanks to the subathon, always being a bright light in my refrigerator. I mean, our community. Hey, you know what? I wouldn't mind being in the fridge. Sounds chilly there, and I don't mind it at all. All right, guys, let's go find someone to raid. Thanks, Yunzii, again for letting us take a look at this board. We'll probably end up giving it away to you guys too. I'll probably make a little Discord giveaway for this. Don't know when, but maybe in the next few weeks. All right, guys, let's see who we can go bother. Subathon has been a lot of fun. Yeah, we'll still let it run, like I said. There's no end date to it. We'll just keep on doing it. Let's go raid Nai. She's doing the Theseus. Thanks everyone, guys. I seriously appreciate you guys. Ooh, that did not work as planned. I pasted a whole ass sentence. Thank you guys. Yeah, gonna be a fun weekend. I'm really looking forward to Sunday's build, and next week we have a crap ton. Hopefully all the boards come in, but a crap ton of really nice boards we're gonna be looking at as well. So fun board though. Fun. This Yunzii board was actually kind of cool. I'll take a look at more of these budget options too, entry level, whatever you want to call them. I like them. They're fun. This is really fun to do today. Really reminds me of what we started with the hobby, which was kind of like modding keyboards to our liking. So really cool. All right, guys, enjoy 99 stream and see you guys later. Love ya.